Let's get more on this from NDRRMC spokesperson Mark Timbal. He's joining us on the line. Good afternoon, Mark. Could you give us the damage assessment as of this afternoon in NCR as well as in other regions?
Hi, Charles. Hi, Sean. As of today, we are continuing with the damage assessment that we have started yesterday. If you remember, the storm has just passed, so the deployment of the damage assessment teams just started yesterday in the areas of Bicol and Samar. And in Mindoro and in Calabarzon, we are seeing the starting of the deployments as well. So far, what we have received are descriptions of the damages that have been incurred in those areas, the usual damages that are left by major storms. These are uprooted trees, fallen branches, damaged houses, as well as some damages in government facilities. We also encountered some road obstructions. However, when the storm passed, our pre-positioned DPWH and local engineering road clearing teams have already been dispatched to remove these obstructions. In Mindoro, we have received initial reports of the damages to the agricultural crops as well as livestock. Even the aquatic cultures were also damaged, but the computation of the costs are still ongoing since the assessment is still continuing. So far, we have evacuated, before the storm, we have evacuated more than 300,000 of our residents in the areas that are prone to landslides, storm surge, and flooding. And these residents were given relief assistance in the various evacuation centers. But when the storm had passed already, some local governments have allowed our evacuees to go home.
Right, Mark. I think more immediate, than the, of course, amount of damage that was incurred and the lost livelihood is, the return of basic services. So we're talking about power, water.
Yes.
Yeah. Do we have any idea if when full power will be restored to some of the most badly hit areas?
Yeah, the most badly hit areas are the ones where the eye of the storm actually passed. So we've had power failures in Catanduanes, in Sorsogon, in Albay, and in Masbate, as well as in some parts of Samar, and also in Mindoro Island. We had been informed that the local power cooperatives ordered a shutdown of power as part of the precautionary measures, and to ensure that the lines will not in case they fall, no one will get electrocuted. But when the storm passed, some lines were actually damaged, and these local power cooperatives have already dispatched some of their staff to repair those damaged lines. They have advised us that the power restoration process will continue, and they're targeting the restoration of the power lines and power services, hopefully within the next few days. They haven't provided us the actual date, but they will be working around the clock to provide to ensure the return of these power services. We did not receive any information on interruption of power services, but all government services in those areas will be resuming once the local governments have decided that it's safe to go back to work. But hospital services and emergency services are still active.
All right, Mark, Typhoon Tisoy has left its mark on some families. I understand that there are at least 11 casualties. Do we have any update on the number of people who have died or who have been injured?
On the part of the NDRRMC, we have received those information on injured and fatalities. However, we have not made any publication so far because they're all for verification still. In the part of NDRRMC, we only publish fully verified and fully validated figures and names, because all of these victims of this typhoon will be receiving, and other emergencies, are eligible for financial assistance from the national government. So once fully verified, only then we will be publishing this figure.
All right. Recently, quite a bit of epidemics or little pockets of epidemics going around. Would this storm have any effect on any of those? I'm talking about, either with animals or with human beings.
So far, we have not received any report of sicknesses in the evacuation area. Part of the camp management procedures is for medical staff of the local government to check on the health conditions of the evacuees. So far, we have not received any information from our counterparts in the Department of Health as well as in the local government on any report of sicknesses occurring in the evacuation facilities. In any way, they just stayed a few days, so hopefully they were not able to contract any disease during that time.
That sounds good. Thank you very much for answering all our questions today. Mark Timbal, spokesman from the NDRRMC. Thank you, as usual, for your time.